fresh cranberry, and my bourbon roasted sweet potatoes. Hey, it's Ali Carr, and this is Serve It. 2 simple side dishes for your holiday season, flavorful, easy, and bonus, they can be made ahead of time. Here's what you're gonna need. 4 sweet potatoes, 1 navel orange. Hey, I try to pick one that has a really nice thick rind because we're gonna zest that into our sweet potatoes. About a 1/2 cup of bourbon. Here's the story. When cooking with bourbon, if you're not gonna drink it, don't cook with it. So I like to use a bourbon that I would enjoy sipping on. 2 to 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. Get the good stuff. 4 to 6 tablespoons of butter, fresh rosemary, and salt and pepper to finish. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my oven to 375. Let's dice up these sweet potatoes. Now, am I a pro chef? No. Do I have pro knife skills? No way. I'm just a home cook, and this is how I found to be able to dice up my sweet potatoes. Chop the ends off. If you got a really big sweet potato, chop this one in half. Then I'm gonna go ahead and cut kind of these long ways slices. Slice them long ways again, almost like a French fry. Then now I'm gonna go the opposite direction to get my cubes. This helps keep them nice and even. You know what nice and even means? Nice, consistent, even cooking. This one's perfect. I'm just popping them over here into a glass lock and lock bowl with a lid, which is awesome. It's gonna help us mix it up later. Ooh, I think we're ready. I am gonna take a bit of my butter, leave a tablespoon or so. I'm gonna warm this up in the microwave just for like 30 seconds. Drizzle that on top. 1/2 cup of bourbon. Don't worry, it cooks off in the oven. We're gonna add our 2 to 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. We're gonna add the juice of this orange. I don't have a huge kitchen with a ton of storage, so instead of using a juicer, I actually use my spurtle right inside. You just wanna watch out, make sure you get the seeds out beforehand. Juice this orange. Before I get the juice of this other half, I'm also gonna get about 2 teaspoons of the orange zest. This brings this dish to life. If you don't have a micro grater, here's what you can do. Same peeler that you used to peel your sweet potatoes, we're just gonna go ahead and zest a little bit of that orange. We don't wanna go too deep into the rind because then it gets a little bitter. Slice that into really thin French fry style. And then I'm gonna dice this up. I'm gonna go ahead and juice the rest of this orange. Add a little bit of fresh rosemary. This is my favorite. When you dice this up, it releases all of those amazing oils. The smell is phenomenal. I'm gonna do a tablespoon. This is one of those things that you really can just feel out. Sprinkle for sea salt and pepper. Okay, so if you don't have a bowl that has a lid, you can always put this in like a plastic reusable bag. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my lock and lock on. Make sure it's on good because we're about to shake it. Awesome. I like to check and make sure everything's evenly coated. I'm gonna grab a paper towel, the soft butter, go ahead and coat my baking sheet. I am also using a little bit more of an industrial sized pan here. You can definitely do this whole dish on 2 like standard cookie sheets as well. I'm gonna spread these out over the pan. I don't want any sweet potatoes layered on top of each other. Pop these bad boys in the oven, 375 for about 25 to 30 minutes. About halfway through, I'm just gonna pop these open, give them a little bit of a stir to kind of flip them around and also spread out that sauce. While those are in the oven, let's make our cranberry relish. We've got 12 ounces of cranberries, 1 orange, and an apple. Now, I'm using an apple to sweeten this relish. If you wanna add sugar, start with about a 1/4 cup. You can always add a little bit more as you go. The awesome thing about this relish is you could make it a couple days ahead of time, store it in the fridge. Or what my mom always did, she would make it like a month ahead of time and then keep it in the freezer. Now that is an ultimate mom hack. To mix all this up, we bring in the Ninja. I'm using the Ninja kitchen system. It's a blender, it's a food processor. I mean, this thing can make dough. It can do so much. If you don't have one of these, you can easily do this in a food processor as well. First, we're gonna go ahead and add our cranberries. Give this a couple pulses to get us going. We are gonna add in a whole orange. You wanna cut it, so you take out the seeds. I'm gonna cut off this like nub, but but man, you want that rind in there. It's gonna get chopped and diced up so much you're not even gonna know it's there. So I like to just cube this up, add our apples, pop in here, scrape the sides, give it a final mix. Okay, we gotta take a look at this. Once that color gets that really nice, like deep red, then you know it's done. I like to just give it a check, make sure it's all even, and you're good to go. Oh, that looks perfect. I find this recipe makes about 4 to 6 servings for our family. So here is our cranberry relish with the apple and orange to sweeten it. Oh my gosh. This was always one of my favorite parts of Thanksgiving dinner. Bourbon roasted sweet potatoes. Both of these dishes will serve beautifully with ham, turkey, chicken thighs. You get exceptional flavor from the bourbon and the orange zest in your sweet potatoes, and they only took about 30 minutes in the oven. All right, I'm gonna finish the top with just a little bit of fresh pepper and salt, bourbon roasted sweet potatoes, and my mom's fresh cranberry relish. Perfect for any holiday table. I've got this served up with an amazing Corky smoked ham. Oh my gosh. It's so good. If you liked any of the items used in this episode, you can always search Serve It on QVC.com. Be sure to like and subscribe for more great episodes.